I'm just getting the YouTube set up, and we're going to give it a couple minutes for people to keep logging in before we actually get started.
Perfect. You can keep on writing where you're from.
Yeah, let us know where you're watching from.
Oklahoma, Granada Hills, Chandler, Canada. Oh, I saw Canada right there. Edmonton, great. Boulder.
Yep, I need to mute that.
Colchester, Wolver. Oh my God, it's going so fast.
Or it does, yeah.
Chicago,
So
Ohio.
Yeah, people are still signing in. So right now we have 160 people.
Great.
Which is good.
Really good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Oh my God, amazing.
So I'm just going to wait like
Montreal.
What time is it? Yeah. We'll just give it a couple more minutes. Give people more time to come in.
Yeah.
And then we'll get going.
I'm so excited for this. Canada. See people from Canada. Great.
New York. Yeah, it's awesome.
Where B&H is. Dallas, Texas, Vancouver.
So there's still a few people popping in. I'm just going to wait about another minute and then we'll get started.
Perfect.
And this is all being recorded, so people can watch the replay if they miss the very beginning.
Perfect.
Because it's starting to slow down people.
Yeah, my internet is kind of slowing down.
Yeah, and whenever I practice, it's all fine.
Yeah,
as soon as I go live with something, I start getting like little messages. Your internet is unstable. Like, no, it is not. All right. So all right, we're going to go ahead and start. I think we're pretty good. The people coming in have slowed down a little bit. I want to welcome you all to the Photo Focus live webinar to talk about Luminar AI and some of the ins and outs of how it works. And who the person presenting for us is Michèle Grenier, who is from Quebec. She's a sports and action portraiture photographer. She's also a Skyloom ambassador, and she's also a Photo Focus author. So I'm going to turn it over to you so you can share. I just have a couple of things. If you have questions, please type them in the Q&A. If you are watching on YouTube, you can type the questions in the chat or in the comments. We have somebody monitoring that. And just for signing up today for this webinar, you will get at the end, we'll show you how you're actually in a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, hopefully, you will receive an email from Photo Focus with a link to a video course that's kind of a boot camp for Luminar AI. And if you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be a form in the chat or in the comments that you can fill out to be able to receive that as well. So, and I'll remind you of all that when we get at the end of all this. So again, if you have questions, please ask. There's people monitoring questions. If we don't know, we can find out later. You can always post the questions on the link, the article on photofocus.com as well, and we'll answer them that way. So with that, I give you Michèle.
Hi, hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Thank you, Laurie, for the introduction. And I just want to start by apologizing in advance for my maybe weird English because I didn't travel for like a year, like pretty much all of you, and I didn't get to practice my English as much as I used to. So here I am. Okay, let's start. I will share my screen. So is this working? Are you seeing this right now?
Yes.
You're seeing my screen.
Yes.
Great. So feel free, if you have any kind of questions during this presentation, just write them in the Q&A or in the, you said the YouTube comments as well.
Right. If they're watching on YouTube, there's a chat and comments.
So just write them and Laurie's going to help me and we're going to answer your questions. I was just
going to say one quick thing, just in case if we don't get your question answered, we'll go back through this and try to answer them, later or on the article in PhotoFocus. Yes.
Perfect. So the link to this video is going to be in an article, and people are going to be able to write comments or questions in this article.
Right.
Perfect. Great. I will start. I don't know if probably some of you were already using Luminar 4, but I will start by thinking everybody is a total newbie and I have never opened Luminar in their life. So when you're going to open Luminar for the very first time, this is what it's going to look like, minus the pictures, of course, so it's going to be empty. And just to start, if you're wondering just what is Luminar AI, well, then the answer is a hint in the name. It's an editing software based on AI technology. So it's really interesting and it really helps us to make photo editing faster and more efficient. So it allows us to spend less time in front of the computer and more time just taking pictures, really nice pictures. And as you're going to see, there are a lot of tools based on AI technology, which is really great. And I have my own favorite ones. You're gonna have your own favorite ones. And I'm really excited to share them with you. I just want to move this. Wait, I have a bar on the top while I'm sharing my screen, and I want to hide this. Wait. I think, yes, got it. Okay, so Luminar can be used either as a standalone software, so you can like this is the standalone version. So you have a catalog panel, so you can import your images, you can flag your favorite pictures, put a little heart, you can reject them or unmark them. So you know exactly which one you want to edit or which one are your favorite ones that you want to work on. You can create folders and really organize all your images by day or by photo shoot. It's really convenient. And if you happen to already work with Lightroom or Photoshop, you don't have to change anything in your workflow. You can just add Luminar AI as a plugin into Lightroom or Photoshop or both of them. I personally really like to use it with Photoshop. It's my very own personal way to work with this. I think you, Laurie, you like to use it with Lightroom. You're more of a Lightroom user.
I use it a little bit as a plugin, yes.
Okay, exactly. So you can use it as a standalone if you want to have like all the catalog panel and everything, or you can just simply use it as a plugin. So let me just show you real fast. I have an example here in Photoshop. So if you're in Lightroom or Photoshop, all you have to do is you have your image open. Please, Laurie, tell me if it's really different in Lightroom, but I think it's pretty much the same. And you just go into filter, and then you'll have the option to use it with Luminar AI. And then you click on it and it's going to open Luminar AI. And it's as simple as this. It's really easy. And today, for the purpose of this webinar, we're going to use the standalone version, but it's all the same thing. So first of all, you can import your images in different ways. So you can either drag or drop your images. So let's say they are on your desktop. You just drag and drop your picture in Luminar AI, and it's going to open it automatically in Luminar AI. It works with RAW files and JPEGs as well. So it works with both of them, whichever kind of files you're used to work with is going to, you're going to be able to edit them. And you can also import your images by clicking on File, and you can either add a whole folder, or you can also import a single image to do an edit single image. So this is what I've done for the purpose of this webinar. I've just imported a bunch of single images to get like different styles and different kind of images. And it's really like easy and simple to use. So this is like for the catalog panel. It's really user-friendly, really straightforward. I mean, you just have to play a little bit with this and you're gonna find out how it works. It's really easy. And I'm saying this, but it's user-friendly for pretty much like every step of the editing with Luminar. It's really easy to use, and you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want, just depending on the level that you enjoy editing and that you feel comfortable with editing. A really nice improvement or feature that they've added in Luminar AI is the templates section. So what it does, let's say I had a really nice image I wanted to work with. Let's say I want to use this one. When you go into templates, the goal is to save time. When you open your image, the software is going to recognize the scene and is going to suggest you different editing style that could complement and enhance your image. And everything is yeah.
Can we unshare and reshare your screen? There's some people who can't see it. People are, but there's other people who say that your screen is blank. I can see it. I don't know why I would be able to see it, not others.
No problem. Let's do it again.
And it's working for some people.
Okay.
Right.
Interesting. I don't know if it's something that has to do with what type of computer you're having. Let's try this again. So I've shared again. Let's wait like a few seconds to see what people are saying. If it's working better. If it's not,
right.
I wouldn't know what to do. I will remove this. Okay.
Yeah, it should be okay. I don't know.
Okay, I'll keep on going, and if something's going wrong, please let us know. But I don't know what else to do at this point. So if you're like a nerd or really
okay, somebody just said they logged out of Zoom and logged back in, and it's fine. So maybe that's an issue.
It could be a solution if it's not working. Just
two people have said that that's what they did. So yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, sorry.
No, that's fine. Perfect. And if you have any question, Laurie, just ask me as I'm going. I'm really no problem. So as I said, when you're going into template, the software is going to recognize the scene and suggest you some styles to enhance your image. So let's say for this image, it suggests me like a sunsets looks, and also natural skies and artistic. Let's say I'm interested in the sunset looks. And once you click on it, you're gonna have a few different styles, like a collection. And all you have to do is just click on either one of them to see what it does and to see if you like it or not. And it's really easy. So I just click and go down and see what type I like best for my image. And I feel like I really like this Hyperdrive look. So it kind of gives me like 90% of the job. 90% of the job is done. And even if I wanted to export the image as it is, I could totally do that. It's looking awesome. So this is my raw file. And this is with the Hyperdrive. And it's a style that has been suggested to me automatically with the scene that I have. So I really like this part that you have a warmer look, like a warmer tone. And then on the bottom right, you've got a cooler tone. I really like this look. And you can add as little or as much of the look that you want with this slider. So you're not stuck with the look, and it's processing right now. Okay, but I really like it. So I'm gonna enhance it a lot. So you could be just doing that. If you're new to editing, if you don't like it, if you don't feel like working more on this image, you just export it like that. But let's say I want to tweak it and I want to add my little own style on top of this, then I will go into the edit panel. And, oh wait, let me see. I'll just go in this. And something interesting to know is when you use a template and you go into the edit panel after that, you can see what tools have been used to create this look. So let's say I want to add more structure. You can see that because there was a little dot, like right here, on the left of the tool, it's because structure has been added to this look. So if I want to add a little more, I just click on it and you can see it's already at 40. So I can, I can decide to add a little more structure. And this is what makes like the presets and the templates really interesting, because you're never stuck with a look. And if you're creating your own ones, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes, you can save it. And then you can always tweak it when you go back to another image and you like the style and you have like 90% of the job done. And you can always go back to any of the tools and work with it. So it's really, really interesting. Let's say that I want to, let's talk a little bit about the AI tools, because it's really interesting and really powerful. Let's go with this one. So if I go back to templates, it's going to offer me different styles. So it's offering me a monochrome styles with black and whites. Let's say I feel like colorful. Let's go with Essence, Elegant Portraiture. So it recognized that it was a portrait, that my picture was a portrait. Really interesting. I click on this and then I'll just go through all the different styles it offers me, and I will pick the one I like best. Let's say the fashionista is interesting. And you can always click on this little eyeball there to see the before and after. So this is the raw image, and then this is the after. And you have a little hint of the Body AI tool, because you can see right there what it's doing. What it's doing. It's really interesting. But let's say I want to enhance the portrait even more. I will zoom in so you can see what it does very well. And when you are in I will close this. So once you're done, you pick the template you like, or you can skip it altogether. If you just want to edit the image from A to Z, you can skip the template part and just go straight into edit and edit the image exactly as you envision it. And you have different panels here. So you have the Essentials panel, and which is pretty much self-explanatory, like everything from composition to light and color temperature and everything like that. All the basic tools that you will have in any good editing software. And then you have a creative panel with a lot of very interesting tools. You have a portrait panel with a lot of AI-powered tools. And you have a pro panel. So let's go back into the essentials. If you go with the first one, you have composition AI, which is a new feature that has been introduced into Luminar AI. And what it does is, once again, it recognizes the scene and it's going to suggest you a cropping based on golden rules and rule of third and things like that. So let's try it like this. The composition was pretty good, like straight from the camera, because I was on my rule of third, but it's really interesting. So you can see it placed the lips and the right eye into a rule of third. And you just, if you like it, you just click enter. And if you don't like it, you can always tweak it to your liking. You can move it. You're never stuck with anything that AI suggests you. So don't be afraid to try it and then tweak it to your liking. I will just click enter because I like this composition. And then, and you can see while it's processing, you will have this beautiful, like, I don't know, you call this? There's like a light in the logo, so you can see it's
you see it process. Yeah,
exactly. And another really cool, powerful AI tool is called Enhance AI, which is you have the slider Accent AI. And let's go back to without any Accent AI. This is pretty much my raw file. And what it does, it recognizes the scene and add contrast. It adds saturation and enlightens areas that need to be brightened. So it's really interesting. I use it like pretty much every time that I start to edit a picture. I always start with Accent AI. I feel like it does a really great job just to have a great base. Then another of my favorite tools is the Structure AI tool. I am a sports photographer and I love like a good sports grid look. And Structure AI really helps me to get this look. So it just depends. If you're looking for something really soft, it might not be the tool you want to go for, but it's just amazing. So let's say I add, look at this. And on every tool, you have these little options, if I can say, and you can toggle it on and off to see what this tool is doing to your image and see if you like it. So you can see right away, you have more structure on the air, on the hair, on the leaves behind. It's really nice. And what I wanted to show you for this image, do we have any questions, Laurie, while I'm talking?
There's a couple that I don't, some of them are going to have to be answered later.
Perfect.
They're not what we're talking about today, really.
Yeah.
Somebody wanted to know the difference between boost and I lost the question.
I'll let you. Yeah.
No, I lost it.
No problem. I'll let you, if you find it.
No,
back,
I'll find
just,
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Just ask me.
Amount. It was amount and boost or something like that. Amount and boost. What's the difference between amount and boost?
Oh, this is a great question. Okay, I'll put this editing on pause to show to answer this question, and I have the perfect picture to show this. So we're going back to Joanie. This is her name, to Joanie in a few seconds. Okay, look at this. So this is a macro picture that I've taken. This is a leaf, like I don't know, from a tree outside, and so the question was about the AI structure tool, or structure AI, I should say. So instead of talking, I will just show you. I will increase the amount so you can see what it does. So it adds, and I'm not like the most technical photographer, so I know a lot of my Skylum collaborators and Skylum partners would know exactly the technical stuff to say to explain the difference. I will show you and you will see what it does. So you can see, all the details and everything, a lot more, and I will do before and after, right after it's done processing. And because I'm live broadcasting, it's a little longer. So before, after, before, after. You see a lot more details. If I'm doing the same thing with boost, it's before. It's kind of, I feel, and you have to try it by yourself. I feel that for some pictures, the amount slider doesn't quite do what I want to do, what I want it to do, but the boost slider works wonders. So I invite you to try both of them separately and see how you like it in your image. And if you combine both of them, if you're doing this like on a macro photography like this one, it's just going to bring, like, it pops in 3D like crazy. It's amazing. So you can see before and after. Some of you might think it does a little too much, so you can always dial it down. But you can see as I add boost how you get more contrast and you get more of this 3D effect. It's more on the fine details, I feel, the boost.
Somebody then just asked, if you're increasing the amount in structure, does that increase the noise, or does boost increase the noise in the image?
Good question.
When it doesn't look like it on the screen, like
no, but this image doesn't have noise because I had like great condition. It was taken outdoors, so I was at ISO 100 probably.
Right.
But one thing a tip I have to share with you is if you have noise issue, I don't tend to see it very much on the Structure AI tool, but I often like to play with details. If you know you're going to have probably some noise that is going to come up in your image, don't play with the small details. Play with the medium details and the large ones. Those ones are not going to pick noise. But if you have noise, don't play with small details. This would be the tip I have to share with you. And of course, you have like the noise reduction, denoise, which is the noise reduction tool that you can play with if you really have a big noise issue and you want to get rid of it. It's a really nice tool to have for noise reduction. I hope it's answering your question. I will go back to Joanie for this portrait. Let's go into the portrait panel. And it's amazing. And what I love, I'm going to have it. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay. And all the AI tool I wanted to share with you, which is really interesting if you're doing like wedding photography, event photography, or as I do sports photography, or any type of photography that you have people in your images. This is something that can happen, in your life, unless if you're in quarantine all the time. But often when you do portraits, you have people in your images. And you want to do like a batch processing or apply a look to different images or many images. The AI technology recognizes the scene on each and every single picture, even if you apply it to 10 images at the time. So what this means is that if you're using, for example, face light, if you're using eye enhancer, if you're using skin enhancer, it's going to be applied perfectly to each and every portrait in each and every pictures that you're going to like copy and paste this template. So for me, when I do when I used to do sports events and I was delivering like 500 images, I could never edit portraits like 500 portraits. It was inconceivable. And with this, with the AI technology, I just say to the software, okay, every eye that you're going to see in each and every picture, I want you to enhance them. And it's going to enhance them. So it's amazing. I couldn't even hope to do that in a non-AI technology editing workflow. It's really interesting. One of my favorite tools is face light. Face light is kind of bringing your own reflector on your photo shoot. And sometimes, you don't have it, you don't have the time, or you don't have a flash or anything. Face light, I'm going to enhance it so you can see. It recognizes where's the face and it brightens the face. It's as simple as this. I'm not suggesting you to use it like too much. Maybe this is a little over the top, but just a little bit like this. And you can see the before and after, how it helps just to bring out even more look, this is before and this is after. So this is great. I love face light. A new tool that has been introduced into Luminar AI is the iris flare. and I will zoom in so you can see better. And the iris flare, it recognizes where are the eyes and where should be placed an iris flare. If there is not, it's going to create it for you. And if there is one, it's going to enhance it. So it enhances, it brightens the iris, obviously. So it's still processing. We're going to have it. And I really like to use the iris flare paired with eye enhancer. So let me show you iris flare. Let's just go really crazy so you can see what it does. And you're really going to see a difference. So it can easily, I mean, go natural, okay? Less is better. But I want you to see what it does. I feel her eyes are coming to life. Sorry, I'm losing my English. I'm so excited about this iris flare. Okay. So without iris flare, and let's add just a little bit of iris flare, and her eyes are coming to life. And I really like to pair it with eye enhancer, which was in Luminar 4 already, and I've been used to use it for like a couple of years, which I love. And everything is just coming to life. The dark circles removal, I love for portraits, for male and female portraits. A little bit of eyebrows. And you can see, I'm going to show before and after. I'm asking quite a bit of computing to my computer right now because we're streaming.
Well, I have a couple of quick questions.
Yes.
Somebody wanted to know how you're zooming in and out.
Oh, I think it's going maybe to be the easiest question to answer. Thank you for for asking this question. You just put your mouse on your image and you just click on it. So you see I'm zoomed at. So
right.
it
so your spyglass is a plus sign.
Yeah, exactly.
Over the image. Okay.
So this is my mouse, and when you're over the image, you have the plus sign. You just click on it. It's as simple as this. And then you just have to click on it once again to go back to the fits in window view. Do you have other easy questions like that, Laurie?
Yeah, there's another one that when you said if you import a bunch of sports portrait images in, how do you sync them all? You had explained that you were you tell it to all see the eye and fix the eye or whatever.
Great question.
How are you syncing them all or telling it to do that on import or how that works?
That's a great question. So let's say you did a photo shoot. Let's say this is not what it is, but let's say it was one single photo shoot. And these are the images that I want to edit from this photo shoot. I will edit one image. Let's say I did it with this one. And you can simply, wait, where it is, I just used to do like copy and paste. Let me see. Like this. Yeah. So I just do, I'm with a Mac, so I just do Command C and Command V. I don't know what's in the PC. Maybe someone, but
it's Control C and Control V.
Okay, pretty much easy, straightforward. So you're saying to the software, please copy and paste the look from this image that I've just edited to whatever you can select, like 4 images or 5 or 10, and just paste it. And it's going to automatically, it's going to process, but apply the look to all the images. So it's that easy. It's really, really easy.
And then does Luminar AI work as a like on your base computer, or is it kind of like Lightroom CC and it works via online cloud based?
You can have both. I don't personally use the cloud-based. Let me see. Is it cloud-based? No, I just save everything into my computer. So these are the images that I have in my external hard drive. Right. But I just remember that Vanelli used to found a way to use it with a cloud, like he was syncing from his like Google Drive or something like that, and it was automatically syncing, so he could get like these images from his cell phone after that.
Okay.
But it was just like a trick.
So, okay. So the question is, it's using your CPU, it's using your computer.
Yeah.
It's not a cloud-based software.
No.
Right. Okay.
Please,
right.
Someone tell me if I'm wrong, but I've always used it
No,
as...
that's what it is. It's a locally based software. So it downloads the software to your computer, where like Lightroom Creative Cloud uses cloud-based like a base for the software. So Luminar AI is hosted and lives on your computer as a program, as software. I'm dating myself by calling it a program, but it lives on your computer.
Yeah.
So that was that question.
Thank you, Laurie, for helping me answering this question. What I wanted to share with you. Wait, we've got some great new tools. Let me see. I wanted to show you Body AI, which is a brand new tool. Let me go with Elise, a friend of mine who's a great runner and triathlon athlete. I want to show you. You have this brand new tool here called Body AI. And basically what you can do, and you can add curves, or do you say diminish curves or lessen curves, or
lessen curves?
Lessen curves. Let me show you. It's going to be easier. So if you want to lessen curves, okay, she looks pretty skinny like that, but you get the idea. So, you know, when you have people and you just wanted the image to be a little more flattering to them, you can totally add a little bit of shape with the Body AI. And it's really nice because it does a really, really natural looking effect. And what's really interesting is that you can add curves on the other side. If you go on the other side with the slider, you add a little bit of curves. So just depending on how you like your look, you can play with that. And this is something we could, prior to this AI tool, we could do on Photoshop, but it would take a lot more time. And this is just, I mean, it takes like 1 second and you can play with the final result. And it looks really natural. So it's really interesting. You also got, wait, let me share with you. What can I show you? You've got the sky replacement, which if you were using Luminar 4, you've already been used probably to use. Let me go there. The sky replacement is found under the creative panel. And you can just basically, when you download the software, you have a library with like, I don't know, maybe like 20 skies. And what I'm suggesting you is to download your own skies. So you just go outside, take a picture and import it as a JPEG, and you can load it and it's going to be your skies. So even though it's going to be like a composite, it's going to be all your original work. And let's just say, I will try. I have no idea what it's going to look like. Blue Sky 5. So you can see it's really cool because it recognizes the scene. It knows where's the horizon, where are the people in the image, and just perfectly add a really nice looking sky. And then you can play with this. You can relight the scene. It's really interesting. It's a feature that we've seen in Luminar 4 that is still available, and it's working even faster than with the Luminar 4 version. So it's really interesting. A new tool that is now available, it's Atmosphere AI. So when you do like landscape photography, you can use this. And let me show you. And it's going to work even if you've even if you've replaced the sky. So you can add different layers on top of another to create a really nice looking image. And you can play like with different type of fog and mist. and just add it as little or as much as you want. You can play with depth. It's a really interesting feature that is now available. So for all of you who are landscape photographer lovers, I think you're really going to enjoy this new feature. Do we have other questions?
Yeah, I have
Laurie?
a couple, and a couple of them are going back to the portrait, but on face light,
Yeah.
can you do one face in the photo with two faces? So if you use face light AI, does it automatically pick both faces or just one?
This is a great question, and I'm really glad this question has been asked because it's a really interesting feature. And I had this picture ready so you can see it. And the answer is yes, it's going to recognize. And look, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 faces in this picture. And let me show you what it does. So you go face AI, face light. Look at this. Boom. Before, after. This is crazy. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Look at this. And if it does, as you can guess, if it's working with face light, it's going to work with eye enhancer. It's going to work with improve eyebrows, with dark circles removal. So with like 4 sliders in like 3 seconds, I've enhanced the portraits of like 10 people in one single image.
Okay, what if you only wanted to do one out of those 10 people?
Good question.
You can't use AI for that, or can you?
I will try live with you. So
I'm just kidding. I mean, curious because that's kind of what the question was. If there's two faces, can you?
Let's say I want this one. Yeah, let's say I just want to enhance like the coach's portrait. Let me try something. And I haven't. This is a little more advanced tip that you can try is the masking tool. So right here on every tool that you have this little kind of brush. So let's click on this and I will paint this mask only into, oh yeah, it's working. It's working. So what you can do is just you create all your look or your, face AI enhancer style. And then let's say I want to enhance this face and this face. And there you have it. Like the 3 people in the image that I want to enhance the portrait, and it's done. It's pretty easy. Thank you for this question. Really good question. Do we have other questions?
That
we've talked about.
They just asked about there's no layers in AI.
So
right? No layers.
What you have is you can paint. It was for, I think, just so it could work faster. I'm looking for my word now. Like there is less, not a lag, but you know what I mean? Like, so that the software could work more efficiently. They remove layers, but you can paint your tool, your masks on every single tool. So it's, whoops, sorry. So it's really convenient. Let's say, I don't know, I want to enhance, but I want to enhance just in the middle. I will paint this mask. Let me go like this. Let's say right here. Okay.
So instead of using layers, you're using masks
exactly
to do the same thing.
Yes.
It just doesn't show up as a layer. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can you use your arrow keys to change your sliders?
Probably. I've never done that. Good question. Let me try. Let me try this one. I will. I would tend to say no, unless I do it wrong and I should press another key to make it work. But if I press on my arrow keys at the moment right now, it's just going to switch images.
Right.
If I want to go to the previous or the next picture.
Somebody wants to know if you have a face with a beard and a hat, it won't find the face. So I don't know if they're asking that, if they've had that if they've had that issue, or if they're asking if that's if it'll work.
I never happened to photograph a man with a hat and a beard at the same time, but I photographed many athletes with beards, which is, I don't know, something really popular, trendy at the moment, I guess, men with beard, which I won't complain. But I have to say that all the AI tools with the in the face AI panel, it's surprisingly efficient. Like you can have portraits from the side. You can have faces like half hidden behind someone else's shoulder. You can have, all type of different angles and this weird angles, and it's going to recognize the face. So I think it was a question. Maybe it happened to you, but I would be I'm looking for my word once again. Confident that the face AI tools would work on this type of portrait as well.
I'm assuming it would find the eyes.
Yeah, it would.
You can see the eyes. Unless the eyes are hidden by the hat, then maybe it will be an issue.
Or maybe the face light would work, but maybe not the eye tool, because obviously you don't see the eye.
Right. How about animal eyes? Would it find eyes in an animal's face?
This is a tricky question. I should know the answer. I feel really bad because I don't know the answer. I'm gonna look for the right answer and come back to you, because I never photographed animals.
Right. And again, you guys, if there's questions that aren't answered or that we don't have the answer to, if you go back to the photofocus.com article and type in your questions there, we'll get to them that way as well.
And let's say, just for fun, a typical workflow that I would do for an image, let's say this really nice picture here. So we've got different things that I would want to enhance on this image. I want to enhance the color. I want to enhance the structure to see a lot more of the droplets that we have here. I want to bring back light in the portrait, of course, because it was backlit. And it happens to me quite often that I've got backlit portraits. So I will just show you what I do. So for the sake of this example, I will skip the templates portion and go straight into the edit portion. So I would use an enhance AI. So you can see right away it brings back light and it brings back more saturation in the colors. Then I would go into structure AI and really add a lot of structure. You can see it's amazing. And then I have a little tip for you. And I like to share this tip. Maybe you've already heard it. It's a vignette. And what you can do is I like to place the vignette right here. And you can play with the roundness and the feather. And I will decrease the amount, of course, because this looks a little fake. Just a little bit like this. And look at this. And it's working wonders. If you have backlit portraits, you work with the inner light. And look at this. It's amazing. So work with the inner light. And then you could go with, I really like the dramatic tool for a sports grid look. And a really nice tool is called the mood tool. And basically these are LUTs. So these are color presets that you can add to your images. And you just have to scroll over it. You don't have to click. And you're going to have a preview on your image to see what it does. And I really like this candlelight. And you can add as little or as much as you want. And then I will go into face light and recover. We're going to have it. And then eye enhancer, but his eyes are quite shut, so it's not going to do much, but still. And then you have it like it took I don't know, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And this is the original image. And this is the final image. So you can, yeah, go ahead, Laurie. Do you have a question?
No, I'm just looking to see what's going on here.
Okay.
Make sure that we're.
And let me see. Okay. So we've got like a few minutes left. If you have any questions, if we've got comments, guys, this would be the time.
Somebody wanted to show how the background blur feature works.
Background blonde. So let's go with.
Actually, if they're talking about the bokeh feature, that's coming out in 2021. There might be something else that is in there now. I'm not aware.
Let me see. If you would want to do this type of edit at the moment, what I would suggest you, let me go. You could, let's go with this image for the sake of this presentation. You can, do you say lessen the details? Is this the right way to say things?
Right, you can blur out the background.
Yeah,
I mean, kind of that way.
By playing with, I'm sorry, it's not a good picture.
No, but I think in some of the Luminar promotional stuff, they've been showing the bokeh AI, but that's not available until next year.
And there's another one. Which one were we talking about? I'm thinking about another feature that's going up in 2021.
The reflection, the sky reflection.
Yes, sky reflection. So it's coming at a free, it's going to be a free update in 2021. So if you're a lot into landscape picture photography, you're going to be able to have this free update in 2021.
And all these edits and everything happen automatically, right? You don't have to hit apply.
No, it's automatic.
To tell it to save it or anything. So
no.
Okay.
And it's a good thing as I'm wrapping all of this up. Thanks for remembering me. So if you did an edit, let's say I will go, I don't know, with this one, and I did an edit, and you like the look and you want to save it because you're like, oh, this is my signature look. I really like this look, and I do a lot of this type of photography, and I want to use it more often. Let's say I go and let's go with this golden hour. Okay. Let's say I really like this look. You can save it. So right here, you click on, you see these three little dots. You click on it and you save it. And to find it back, you go into templates, and then you go into my collection. And if you have favorite templates, they're going to show up there. And the ones you've created are going to be saved under user templates. And then you can, this is the one we just saved. And I can rename it like, I don't know, volleyball. And this is my look volleyball. So what I can do is I can go back to any image. This is not a volleyball image, but anyway. And we'll see what it's going to do. And you just click on your template, and it's going to automatically be applied. And well, okay, there are some things I would do differently. So it's really easy. I just go into the edit panel and then change whatever I don't like. So I can go back and tone down anything, like whatever. So you're never stuck with your templates, which is really nice. And it saves you a lot of time. And once you're happy with your image, you can export it. So you just click on the export panel, and you have different options. You can export it. You can save it into your disk, your hard drive, your computer. You can send it by mail. You can send it by message. If you have a SmugMug or a 500px account, you can also save them directly there. And it's really easy. And when you save to disk, then you have the options to save it. Like you can decide if you want to sharpen it. You can decide if you want to resize it or keep it as the original ratio. You can pick the color space, the format. Do you want it as a JPEG, a PNG, a TIFF, a PDF? And you can decide the quality, and then you save it. It's really easy. And it's like, if you're already used to using any other type of editing software, it's pretty much at the same options that you have there as well.
I have a question about that. So, because I use Lightroom, right? So I'm used to being able to save my exports. So I have different export file templates set up. So when I post something to social media, I save it as a different size than what I would save my full size images to go up in if I'm going to print something.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious if there's a way to do that in Luminar AI.
Good question.
Or you have to tell it every time what size you want. And so, for instance, what if I have the same image that I want to post on social media, but I also want to put in my portfolio as a full-size image?
This is a great question. And I'm sure a lot of people are probably asking the same question. In my mind, in the previous version, we had this kind of quick export option.
Right. Okay.
I don't see it at the moment. I don't know if it's because I have on my man's eyes, or it's because it might be a feature that it is not there at the moment, that it's going to come back.
It'll be a good one to find out about, though.
Yes, I will definitely ask for it, because it could be really useful. I'm going to ask for it and then come back with an answer as a message. And I went through all the things that I thought were the most like the newest stuff, really interesting stuff. I hope this could help you. If you have other questions, you can ask them. This video is being recorded, and you're going to have the link so you can watch it again, and you will be able to add your comment or questions if your question hasn't been answered in this live video. And I hope it helped you to discover or get the new features of Luminar AI. And Laurie, would you have anything else to add?
Yeah, I just want to wrap things up a little bit. Thank you, Michelle, for that. It's hard to cover new software like this because there's so many things. Mm-hmm. This was meant to be a general overview of what's available. Obviously, there's questions that we didn't ask that were a lot more in depth than what we presented. You can go and look on photofocus.com. If you search Luminar AI, there's quite a few articles that have been written. You can obviously go to the Luminar Skyloom site and look at their videos. This video, like she said, was recorded and will be on our PhotoFocus YouTube channel. And I just want to remind everybody that whoever is signed up for this webinar, let me just do this here and do my screen, will get an email in a few days that will, you should be able to see that, right? That's
I see it.
So you'll get a save $10 on Luminar AI if you don't already have it with the coupon code PhotoFocus. You'll also get in a couple of days an email that will be a free bootcamp video course that you can go through, and those kind of things might help you with some of the questions that we didn't get to today. And again, if you have any questions, always you can ask on the YouTube channel. You can ask on the Luminar article that's in photofocus.com as well. So with that, I believe that this is, we're done, right?
Yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for everyone for being here. Thank you, Laurie, for having me. And it's amazing to see people from all over the world. This is really cool. We're like connected right now.
Right.
Oh.
So thank you all for signing up. Thank you for sticking around and listening to all this. We appreciate your questions. We'll do what we can to answer the ones we didn't get to and ask them in other places as well. And there's people monitoring all our articles and our YouTube channel so that we don't miss questions that you have. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks.
Thank you.